Kwera Zimbabwe, welcome to our channel Zoom Confessions and Deep Secrets. Kana kariki kutanga kukwea paneno channel, please don't forget to subscribe. Kana uchingua karoka subscriber, don't forget to comment and share this video. Nasibale Zimbabwe takwigirai nyabudiswa na Sikhala uya abuda achitaura the reason why Akasiyana NaNelson Chamisa mushime kunge akabuda mujeri Sikhala akabuda during an interview with HSTV achitaura achiri this party yanga yaparara since pakapinda mujeri chautonwende angari the secretary general webato iranzi but paakadzoka akashamisika achiona zvachinja and ndakashaya chichinzi it showed kuti party yanga yaparara tingade kuwesta nguva itaura kuti mungonzo zvataurwa Sikhala muhamadzi zvamuri kufunga pamusoro penyaya iyi mucomment section.
When I came out of prison on the 30th of January, I found out that political outfit, which I suffered for, splintered into different factional groups. I also noticed there was a complete interference by ZANU-PF. Similarly, the same tactic that they used to usurp the MDC alliance. ZANU-PF wanted everyone to be put together so that when they destroy all of you. Everyone who was left in the would look at the moment. They have been completely destroyed. Who is Charlton Wende in the Triple C political matrix at the present moment? When I went in prison, Charlton Wende was the Secretary General of the Triple C, but when I came out, he was not. He is now completely nothing in the Triple C political matrix. He just remains there. I don't know for whatever reasons. I don't think that Professor Washman is controlling that political organization. That thing is a CIO project, completely. When I was outside the country, I met one of the former diplomats, a former ambassador in this country, who called me for some coffee. We went and then he told me that, Job, I want to tell you the truth. That project is a complete CIO project. So if Watchman still wants to remain clinching to the Triple C, it is his own choice.
Bafunga mangozi mzira mega mure Zimbabwe zvataurwa na Sikhala achiti party yanga yaparara, that's why he left Citizens Coalition for Change. Bafunga tambukuradza zvakare a video achitaura about his relationship na Nelson Chamisa achitaura yachiti haina ku affect since they come a long way. Ndofunga tangonzwisa audio yatinokuti munzwe zvakare muhamadzi zvamuri kufunga pamusoro penyaya Sikhala iyi comment section.
What is your view? Completely nothing. I felt nothing. These are people who could, of course, there was a lot of insults, but I was laughing at them. These people who do not understand the character that has been built on me when I was in prison. I am a hardened warrior. So when I had some of the boss of insults and grandstanding and so on, did you see myself being shaken and even being moved by those people who have been doing those funny things at More Blessing Ali? I just looked at them and then proceeded with bearing the More Blessing Ali. I was concentrating more on the business of the day. So some of these things, they do it, they insult, they do whatever they want and so forth. It's up to them. I wish them the best, but myself, I cannot be moved completely. I laughed at some of those people who have been talking a lot of uncomplimentary things against me. It's up to them. Let them continue doing that. It gives them satisfaction. And myself, I don't really care. They can proceed and enjoy whatever they want to say about me, but frankly speaking, I am not moved at all. I am a hardened warrior. I'm a completely different animal. If they think that the Sikhala who went in prison is the same Sikhala of today, they are mistaken.
And what is your relationship with your former president, NaNelson Chamisa?
What you have to understand is that we have got relations that have been built over a long period. That's why you see that I find it very difficult for me to speak anything ill about Nelson. I can't even find it in my heart and in my conscience for me to get satisfaction to speak ill about him a bit. No matter that we differ on political ideology and belonging with Charlton Wende, Westman Murray and others and many others, I find it extremely hurtful to me to speak ill about them because we come a long way together. Even if we are going to choose different ways of how we are going to run our state of affairs, I will not find pleasure or satisfaction in me in having any conflict with one of them. That's why you realize that I have never talked ill about anyone. And I think you know, Nelson tried to visit me. He came to Chikuru Maximum Prison, and contrary to what the people of Zimbabwe have been saying, I've been just seeing it and laughing that me and Nelson did not meet when he came to Chikuru Maximum Prison. That's a complete lie. When Nelson came to Chikuru Maximum Prison, we met and we talked. But strategically, you know, it was at that material time, it wasn't prudent for the world to know that he met me. Strategic. On the basis that when he was talking to the officer in charge in the Chikuru Maximum Prison, Ziambe phoned the officer in charge, threatened him with death, that there will be blood on the floor if you will allow Job Sikhala and Nelson to meet. And then we met by the entrance of the gate to my prison cells. When I was going back, then Nelson was coming from the officer in charge. So then we met and then we had a 5-10 minutes chat. So some of these things people would not know, and you allow those people who do not have the knowledge of people's relations for a long time to speak what they want, but ourselves, we know each other. I will not take pleasure to insult my former colleagues. We come a long way together. We suffer together in different ways. Even if we part ways, we must be able to part ways in an amicable way, because we haven't taken each other's wives. So that's it, my brother. So the wife is a problem.
Douglas Monzo also visited you.
Yeah, I couldn't want to meet him because on the basis of the following. At no particular point did he ever make an effort to condemn my arrest. I've been following the news of people who have been speaking against my arrest. Douglas Monzo never condemned my persecution unreservedly. Only for him to say he wants to come and see me, when you have not condemned that my arrest was purely a political persecution. You simply want to meet me so that you for your own intentions and purposes, which I did not understand. So that's why I refused to meet him. Not on the basis that I hate him, no. I don't hate him completely at all. But I did not understand the agenda of his visit. If it was defined to me, if he was somebody who could have hold a press conference condemning my persecution, I could have welcomed him. But he did not. He just came from nowhere. And the way how it came, and the way how the prison security officers, who are almost the branch of the CIO, begged on their knees for me to meet Douglas Monzo, led me to completely reject it. Because I knew that when you see these people who are maltreating me here, coming now to begging on their knees for me to meet Douglas Monzo, there must be an ultra motive. So that's why I refused to meet him. It was on those bases. If he could have been one of those people who have been consistently attacking my persecution, as having been contrary to constitutionalism, the rule of law, and democracy in our country, there was no way I could not have met him. But he simply came without even issuing a statement. And also, There was some information that was brought by one of the relatives of the guy whom I was with in prison. What was his name? At that time, that member of parliament from Shtunza, not what is his name? He told me that he has received information that there was some meeting that was held in Mount Pleasant between Jambe, Douglas Monchora, the CIO, people from the judiciary, to discuss over my case, and that they were intending to dispatch Monchora to come to court, to come to visit me at Tichikul Maximum Prison. After his visit to Tichikul Maximum Prison, he will come out and then pronounce that he will fight, and he will pronounce that he will fight to make sure that Job Sikhala is released. So when I was going to be released from prison, it was going to appear as Douglas Monchora is the one who has played the major role for my release. Initially, when this guy whom I was with in prison told me that thing, I tried to assess it at an intelligence level and see the authenticity of it. And then I told him that no, in intelligence, when you get the information, for you to prove its authenticity is for you to see when it comes to pass. So let's see. So 2 weeks down the line, surely the man comes. And I said, oh, what you have been saying, you were correct. So this is the mission. So that's why I refused to see him. It was based on those things. I want to be frank with you.
And lastly, you are one of the most arrested. Yeah. And also most acquitted. Yeah. But is it because you're just reckless?
No, it's on the basis that the regime, completely from the beginning in 2000, they've been completely mischaracterizing myself both in the political market and so forth. They've been trying to sell an individual who is violent, somebody who is disposed to anarchy, and who does not want to engage in logical politics. I always want to fight and so forth. So this has been the narrative which ZANU-PF has been creating, and their propaganda machinery over my person. That I'm a violent character. I want to deal with ZANU-PF and overthrow it violently. And so for them to satisfy themselves by saying we want to put brakes on him, unless they will simply arrest and throw me outside and create just a lie. These people can just create a case like what happened to Jacob Ngaruvume. They simply just created a lie, fearing that maybe he is involved on the pre-SADC summit demonstration arrangements. When I know for a fact that Jacob Ngaruvume was not even concerned about that about those things because he is my friend. But the allegation that he was at the allegations against him is that he attended the meeting at Jameson Timber's house. He is one of those people who have been throwing stones and stoning the police. Honestly speaking, things that are unbelievable and that have never happened. Because Jacob Ngaruvume himself, when he talked to me, said, I've never met Jameson Timber all my life. But he is in prison for that. So these people simply just create cases against you when they think that you are a threat for you to throw them inside. And also there are quite many things that I was told by one of their own. This former minister, or the former deputy minister of finance, what is his name from Harare East? Terence Mkupe. I met him when he was in prison and he told me substantially amounts of things that ZANU-PF have been plotting against me, which I'm not prepared at the present moment to share with the public because I don't want to risk him. Because some of the things that he told me are scary and shocking.